Game on. We back. Visited family down in South Carolina. Now I'm back. Now I'm back. Back in the New York groove. I'm back. Fucking myself up on the snow. I went straight to the mountain. Got some snowboarding in. Hit some jumps. There's enough snow up there. They're getting enough snow up there. Learning to hop on some rails. Holy shit. Starting to learn some stuff. Worked on a what's it called? What's it called? Board slide, maybe. I don't know. I'm still doing it on a box. I haven't taken it to the rail yet. Everyone relax. Everyone calm down. Learning backside one switch backside 180s. I'll let you know when I get to threes. I'm not there yet. And also, I can only do the switch backside one because it's easier to land regular. So we still got a ways to go, but we can't do that right now because the heater's fucking broken. Woo! Battery gets fixed, heater breaks. Sick. It's like 30 degrees, like 20 degrees up on the mountain during the night. So that sucks. Which I don't have like hot water, so fuck. This I hate to talk bad about the van because I don't want to bring that like karma. So I won't. I won't. Positive vibes only. Positive vibes only about the van. Dude, this thing shits the fucking bed all the time. If it's not one thing, it's the other. And I didn't even I never got these panels like fully fixed. I just said fuck it and just like let it look like shit. Fall like the thing just like falls out. Like there's a hole in it, and they like drilled another hole to put this thing, so it always comes out. I'm not even explaining it right. There's like almost like not a felt, but like like a paneling on the sliding door, and there's a screw that is supposed to hold it into the door and just doesn't hold it into the door. It's literally just loose. Like I can pull it back and I can see it in the door. So insulation, that's not great. Like the roof up front when there's snow on it and you don't like clear the snow off the roof of the van, so never, like you can't reach up there, it will like leak through the front of the vehicle. So I think it's fucked with the wiring and now it like the electrical, it's got like a touchscreen and it makes like a noise when you hit it and it will just without touching it, it will select different things on the screen like randomly, many times over, like maybe 10 times in the span of a minute. So you just hear this like clicking and it keeps trying to select like a like final like like a destination. So it's it's fucking ridiculous. And now the heater is gone out again. It's a different code this time. Before it was like code 14 or code 13 or code 12 or whatever the fuck. So they replaced something. Originally, I had him send me like a listing of like everything that's been going on with it that they had to fix, and it's like replaced heater, replaced hose from replaced heater, replaced heater again. It's like now I'm going in for a fourth time, and then he like noted like how many hours it's been used. Like it's like well it's over the regular amount. It's like yeah that's not the fucking point. Like the last time I went in to talk to them, I didn't even mention this uh the other time because I was only talking about the shit that I've dealt with like Camping World on. This is like through the manufacturer, which is over in I think it's like Washougal, Washington, or however the fuck you pronounce it. So I go straight to them, and they're always like, "Yeah, we'll fit you in like a week, maybe two." Fuck you. It's like, dude, I don't have heat. I had to go to like a camping store and get like a 20-degree sleeping bag that I can use in my van, in my hundreds of thousands of dollar van that I should have heat in. Like that's the part. Like I don't if I didn't pay that much, if this thing was free, I don't think I would complain at all. I would have no complaints. Be like, this is free? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll deal with this shit. Now, would I probably try and sell it because I can't afford to keep fixing all these things? Yes, absolutely. I'd get something way cheaper to fix. I'd get some like, I don't know, some fucking 1990s bullshit that's just like, yeah, there's definitely those parts lying around. I don't even know if that's true, but brings peace to my mind to think that maybe there's still an option where I can like live remotely. This lifestyle is so fucking dope. I don't want to live in an apartment. I guess maybe I probably could. Maybe it wouldn't be the worst, but then it's like I don't want to be I don't know. I'm just always going to be like, all right, where am I going tomorrow? Where am I going the next day? Like, where am I going Saturday? Where am I going Sunday? Like, driving is all a part of that. So, I don't know. Fuck me, right? Fucking blows, dude. I just want to be able to drive my home everywhere. This is sick. I want to do this. I want to live in a van. That's the best thing. It's literally the sickest shit ever. I want to live somewhere where I can drive at places and around like randomly, like where it's I like not a 40-foot fucking RV. I don't want that right now. I don't want some 30-foot fifth wheel. Like I just want this thing to fucking work and whatever. I talked to them and they were like, "Is there any compensation we could give you instead of repurchasing it?" It's like, "Why don't you fucking want it?" Like if I mean they haven't said this, but the way that they've treated me is like I'm insane and something and nothing like it's not that big of a deal. So if you think I'm nuts, if you think this is great, like yeah, like they sent a fucking like electrical investigator to see like what caused the fire or what they could if they could pinpoint like why that happened. The guy came back and he was like, "Hey, good news. We didn't find anything." It's like that's not good news, dude. You don't know what happened. You don't know why it did that, so pretty much it could happen anytime now. Like there's no, hey, good news, we don't know why it happened. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Like he didn't say good news, but it was like the way he phrased it was like, "Hey, it's all good. We rechecked everything. That shouldn't have happened. You should be good now." It's like, dude, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a fucking merry ass Christmas. What the fuck? Whatever. I'm ranting on this. This is not very fun. Positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. No one even understands what I'm talking about. Like, god damn it. This is literally a waste of time. Fuck. But whatever. I living in as a homeless person is actually kind of sick when it works out. But this hasn't been working out, so let's see what they got. They're like, all right, like yeah. So they said what type of compensation would I take? Like I don't even know what that fucking means. So I was like, what is compensation and what is the value of like what does that mean? What does that mean basically? How much? What are you talking about? That's so vague. What the fuck? So they were like, well, to give you an exact idea, we need the sales contract. So now I gotta. So then I whatever. I'm gonna fucking talk about this. I deal with it. Nobody fucking listens to this anyways. Fuck you. So This is the manager of Camping World. This is the manager of the Camping World Service Center. The manager of it. This is the highest person there, I think. I would guess that's what manager means. And she's introduced herself as like, hey, I'm the one in charge of this whole fucking outfit. So she's like, I send her an email. I'm like, oh, so I need she got me like the service records for my van. This like, and I got this van serviced in Bend and here, like in Portland. So just keep that in mind. She got me the service records from Bend and Portland. The Bend store and Portland. She was able to get those. Okay. So I asked her for the service contract, and she's like, we can't help you with that. You have to ask the selling. This. I should have just pulled it up. What the fuck? You just have to ask. How did she say it? It was so fucking annoying. Kemi at broadband. Why the fuck are you sending a broadband email? So she sent me. It's loading. It's loading. I was like, I said thank you for something. The service request, service. Oh, so this was an old one. Sent it back in November. So I followed it up because I just wanted on the same fucking chain. I go, thank you. Can you also send me a copy of the sales contract for this van? She's like, good morning. You would need to reach out to the selling dealer for the sales contract. Unfortunately, we do not have access. We do not have access to those items, to those documents. She got me the service records for the Ben dealership. I don't, also, this is between me and fucking Renee at this Camping World in Portland. There's no one else on this fucking email. So she responds, you would need to reach out to the selling dealer for the sales contract. Unfortunately, we do not have access to those documents. Bitch, neither do I! What the fuck? You're the one that, you like. So all I sent back was the selling dealer was All Seasons RV, which was bought by Camping World. Camping World is the selling dealer. Can you please ask your finance department or CC this email to your financing department so that we can get a copy of the sales contract? You dumb bitch. I didn't add those last three in there. But that's what my tone was. That's what I wanted it. That's what I fucking intended it to be. Like, what the fuck, dude? Also, I asked for, they just wouldn't give me these documents and wouldn't give me these documents and wouldn't give me these service documents. So eventually I was like, just print them out and I'll fax them to myself. For some fucking reason, you guys, like, oh, we're pretty busy. Okay, then I'll do it myself if you can't fucking do this. I forget because I just want to get the fuck out of there. Because again, it just like, hey, we should have you out of here by noon. It's 4 p.m. when they get me out. Like every fucking whatever. And I expected it, but I got to the end of the day and was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fucking leave. So I forgot to get the paper copies. And Renee is like talking about this like because I've asked for these email documents so many times that I had to like call her and be like, "What are you hiding from? Like, why aren't you sending these?" She was like, I just had to. I didn't close out. I had to close out. I couldn't. I love like what the fuck, lady." And then she's talking about this other guy at the front desk who I've had a conversation with as like he came into the room like on his break and we started having a conversation and I was like, Jesus Christ, this guy's not all fucking there. He's like complaining about like maybe something about like not being paid enough or whatever, and the entire conversation there's like hints and drops of his like personality being like, well, if it's not right in front of my face, then I'm not going to like see anything else. It's like, what the fuck, dude? You gotta open your eyes and think. Like, be aware. It's not just think. My dad used to scream that at me. You gotta think. Just think. It's like, Bro, I'm trying. I just am so dumb. I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm stupid. Now I feel like I'm maybe thinking a little bit, but still, it's like that's not what he meant. What he meant was stop being dumb and just read my mind. Know what I want, know what I'm thinking without me having to communicate it. So I'm going to sit here and scream at you until you just do it right. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. You just need to fucking do it. I have something in my mind. I'm thinking about how this needs to go. You need to do that. Why aren't you doing that? So anyway, that's that guy. He's just like, uh-oh. Like I'm just like, uh-oh. That's not good. This is the type of person I'm dealing with. Nice guy. Seems like a nice enough guy. But very clearly doesn't really follow the fucking path. Isn't really a, 1 + 1 + 1 = 3 kind of guy. More of like sees the one at the end and goes, one. It's like broaden the view. Bro- Zoom out a little bit. So Renee is telling me that she left him with this guy. We'll just call him Daryl. I don't remember his fucking name. Well, I left him with Daryl, and I was like, "Oh, did you give those to Merrick?" And he goes, "He never asked." Hey, that's Daryl. It's like, bitch, that's you. Like, can you send me the service records for my van across all Camping Worlds? Yeah, absolutely. We have access to those records. All right, cool. Can you send me the sales contract? We don't have access to those records. You got to ask Camping World. It's like, what the fuck, dude? I don't have their email. Can you please just the correct response is we don't have access to those records. Here is the email. I've CC'd the person at Camping World and we'll ask them below to like you literally just forward to copy me on it and then say, "Hey, whatever the fuck, Kimmy, can you get the sales contract for this guy?" Sorry, man, we don't have the the records for those, but this is the person that would have access to those records. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it is unbelievable the level of just like, oh, my job is done. Beep. Time to clock out of life, of thought. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for clocking out. I don't want to fucking be here either. I'm at work, guys, at work. Everyone calm down. So, like, I'm here for it. I get it. Like, I don't want to be doing this shit either. But to a certain extent, the outward facing portion of a position, of a service and I guess sales position, is dealing with customers. Like, and I don't understand why people don't. I don't know. I guess, yeah, I get it. I don't want to be here either. She doesn't want to be there. I don't want to fucking deal with this. I just want to sit down and not deal with this fucking job. So we don't have access to that. My job here is done. Signing off and click. Whatever. Whatever. That's how everyone is. That's how it feels like everyone has. And then that's why I know like this is I can't do this. Like I can't have something like this because I don't have the money to have a place to sleep out when this thing goes down. If I had the money, like then, it's not that big of a deal. I have an apartment that I can go to. Sweet, we're good. But I don't. I over like I overdid it and like now I'm taking it out on people like this. So I can't do this anymore. It's not right. Becoming too much of a burden. Even these guys at the heater place, like, yeah, maybe they are super busy. It feels like they're just not. And ever since that guy came out on a one wheel and acted like this was a fucking joke to him, and it wasn't that big of a deal, and it's not. It's not his deal, his burden to deal with. Like that is very clearly the like we make them, we sell them. If they break, fuck you. Like I don't, I don't agree with it. It's not going to change. So the only way that I can actually make a difference and take accountability and have and feel like take a little bit of control back is by voting with my voting with my pocketbook, voting with my money, and communicating with my money. I've tried to talk to these guys. I walked back in the I like left and I had to come back because I forgot to like ask for something. And I walked in. I'm pretty sure they were just talking shit about me. So it's like, and sorry, that was after we had a conversation. Like I was very straight up with them. Like I feel like this is a very contentious relationship that we have, and I don't like it. Every time I talk to you, I feel like I get an adrenaline rush. I am very like uptight and I'm walking into a conflict. I feel like I'm always at odds with you when this should be a relationship that is built on if something that I built and took ownership of is breaking as consistently as it is, and when the customer then asks me what they're doing wrong, right? Because it feels like it's the way that it's being portrayed to me. So like I would take ownership for something. Like if I do something and my name is on something, like I have ownership over that. What like if something's wrong, I kind of feel a little bit of like a oh fuck, like that was I feel like most people do. This isn't that fucking crazy. I'm like I'm please tell me I'm not some fucking like some like 50-year-old Republican that's like, back in my day, people used to care about their work, which this kind of sounds like it is. So I'm hesitant, but when I describe the situation that I go through it, I'm like, I can't be this fucking nuts. So, but I think that's what it is. I think what the why I feel so crazy is because I am putting myself in this scenario where they have clearly shown me who they are, right? This is you buy our shit, you get the fuck out. When it breaks, fuck off. You like we'll see you in a week. Yes, we know you live in this van. Like when you are in this van, you're in this van for a while. So we get that, but fuck you. We move at our pace. We don't try and squeeze you in. I don't work over 40 weeks, 40 hours a week. It's like I don't know. I guess it's probably a little bit from accounting. Like you just work more. That's how it is. Other jobs just aren't like that. So, and every time like and this last time, it was like I walked in and I'm like, okay, so and my heater is yeah, my heater's broken. I don't have heat. It's the like middle of winter. What can we do? She's like, I got one on the December 12th and the 14th or the 18th. So 1 week and 2 weeks away. I was like, nothing sooner? And she's like, nope. Dimitri's our only technician. And I know there's another guy, and I'm pretty sure his last name is the name of the fucking company. So what the fuck do you mean you only have one technician? I'm like, what, you don't have any other technicians other than Dimitri. He's the only one working. And I was like, what's Josh doing? And she's like, or well, I was like, did I ask what Josh? No, I was like, Josh doesn't work on these. And she's like, nope. And I was like, what's his last name? She's like, Elwell, and it's the Elwell Corporation. And I'm like, so, but Josh doesn't work on these. He doesn't know the ins and outs of these things. Like, fuck you. Yes, he does. He just doesn't want to. So fuck you, dude. Like, if I had a client come to me and was like, I just got a $10,000 tax bill and I can't pay my heating bill now, or whatever the fuck, however you want to manipulate this situation into someone not having heat, the sad part is that there's like a level of it could not even be that. It could just be like we missed a payment and now we're gonna have a penalty of $1,000. Like, actually, no, this is a perfect example because it's like that's not a big deal to some people and it's a very fucking big deal to others. The point is, something got fucked up. So I'm immediately responding, I'm immediately doing some research, I'm immediately looking into it. Like, just looking into it. Like, what the fuck? Whatever. So my all of my situations, every time this has happened, it's I got a code 14. I kind of made a big fucking fuss last time because he was like, "You'll be fine," basically, and I was like, "Fuck you, dude. I don't have heat. You don't fucking tell me I'll be fine. Fuck you." Like, I said it much more eloquently in an email, but every interaction I have with them is contentious. Every single one. And I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to have a contentious relationship with these people. And I need them too much with what they are being paid. Like, I would need to tip them and be able to shell out like more money each. Like, yeah, we can't fit you in. We're not going to charge you, but we can't fit you in for a week. It's like, all right, well, what if I give you $1,000 for this? Can you fit me in then? I bet you could. So, it is what it is. I get this whole thing with the alternator wouldn't have burst into flames if I had just been like, fuck you, I know what it is, even though they won't warranty it and they just want me to buy another one and say fuck me. Like, I'll do that. Go ahead. It's another what, $1,000? Yeah, just so I don't have to deal with this anymore. But I don't have that bread, so now we're here. I can't afford it. It just it's frustrating. It's frustrating. This is my therapy session. I get to talk about what I want to talk about. Fuck you. Positive vibes only. So, that's kind of been I still haven't received a check. They were going to pay me back for having to like get this thing fucking towed to Mercedes-Benz. Still haven't received that. Just remembered I haven't received that. Got to call, figure that shit out. Oh, it's everything's up in limbo, running out of cash. My fucking unemployment just still hasn't come through. It's just frustrating. Just a lot of stress going on in my life, which actually isn't that much stress. Just other people have it a lot worse. So positive vibes only. Got to see family down in South Carolina. I don't know if I've talked about this yet or not, but I don't really talk to my parents. So I got to um so instead of going back home for Thanksgiving, I went down to South Carolina. So my sister, uncle, aunt, cousin, his wife, other cousin, her husband, their kid, the other cousin's kid. It was pretty sweet. It was it was good. It was nice to kind of reconnect with some family. Definitely miss them, but it's my mom's brother, my uncle, and then his wife that he married. And yeah, it was good. I got another chance to talk through it with him because obviously he's like, hey dude, cut that shit out. Not really, not that harsh. She was pretty like very like ginger and like ginger talking about it, speaking of it in a very timid fashion. I don't want to upset Dan. Like I don't want to upset you. If I've crossed the line, just let me know. It's like, dude, I'm not scared to talk about this. I like my parents. I think my parents just think that I'm like I just like fly off the handle and I'm so unreasonable. It's like I don't think so. And I feel like most people that talk to me about it get that feeling too. Like you get to the end of the conversation and it's just like, yeah, that's all. It's just a conversation. I'm not ups. I'm not gonna like. I'm not insecure about this. I don't give a fuck what everyone thinks, which is a little tough because then it's like they're like, can you just like stop doing this and just you don't have to talk to them, but just talk to them. It's like that's what it is. It's like they don't have to say anything to you. Hey, I know you've set your boundary, but could you just not do that and just kind of come back to the boundary that I've set for you? And they ask it certainly nicer. They don't realize that's what they're saying, right? That's what they're asking, but it is. So you know, I guess I'm probably I don't even know if I mentioned this before, but probably speaking about this in such a vague sense that no one fucking gets it, but no one fucking listens either, so we're good. Yeah. I don't talk to them at all. So my uncle is like, I'm not asking you to drop your boundary. Just, you still like the I don't he got as close to anyone. He was as good at asking in and using other phrases and continuously being like, I'm not asking you to drop your boundaries. And then would immediately proceed to ask a like phrase propose something that was dropping my boundary. But it's like, yeah, dude, I'll fucking think about it. I'll think about it, thought about it. No, I actually do like think about it more often than I guess I let on, but every time I get there, I'm just like, dude, I don't have to. Yeah, I don't want to. Like, I don't have to, and I don't want to. I feel like that kind of tells us all we need to know about what I'm gonna fucking do. It is frustrating, but I also get it. It's frustrating for them. And I think that's the thing is like this should just be a non-issue. Like my parents shouldn't even like it shouldn't be this like we're constantly thinking about it, we're constantly dealing with it, we're constantly talking about it, we're constantly it's always, when I see when we see our son or our daughter, like my sister and my brother, like how's how's Dan? How's this going? How's it like stop fucking worrying about it, dude. Like I was such a fucking burden then. Don't worry about it. Like, it's just fucking your entire purpose for my mom was in having kids and my dad's whole purpose is making my mom happy. So the thing that makes her happy is her kids, and her kid doesn't want to talk to her, so she's not happy. And if she's not happy, my dad's not happy. So, I mean, it really is like my fault. I should just be fucking sucking it up and just dealing with it, but no thanks. I don't care. Like, why are your happinesses like like your happiness of the people that have to deal with this, why do you get to I guess because they still deal with them as people too. So I don't know, dude. Fuck you. Just say no. It's like drugs. Just say no to your bullies. Just say no to the people that have bad vibes. Positive vibes only. Back to it. We know how this goes. Don't have bad vibes. Dude, it was so fucking funny. So we're going to while I was down there, we go to the Bills play the 49ers. So we're headed out there. I'm not a big drinker, so I'm like I'll like my sister was like and we'll Uber there so we can drink at our cuz we're going to a friend's house to watch the game. Sunday, prime time, big like snow game, like everything about it. Like we could get we have an excuse to get shit faced, but it's like 20 minutes away. Both of us are unemployed. Like our family is just a fucking wreck. Like it's just mediocrity to the nth degree. It's insane. It's disgusting. So she's like, well, like we'll get, and I'm like, I don't really want to. I'm not really gonna drink. I got my pen, so I'm just gonna like hit that and chill. She's like, oh, okay, but could you drive us home? Like, yeah, definitely, for sure. Um, and so she's drinking while she's there, and the only reason I'm saying basically I could have just started this story at the drinking aspect, but the game was fucking sick. I wanted to relive that memory because that game was awesome. Snow game, dusted the 49ers. That felt good. Kind of, Christian McCaffrey got injured. You're kind of just like kicking them while they're down, but it felt good. We don't get to win that often. I mean, we kind of do in the past couple of years, but prior to that, not really. Come on, let us bully the 49ers for a game. After I just fucking cried about my bullies. So the so my sister gets like kind of, drunk-ish, not like drunk, but like tipsy. She gets like she's buzzed. So she's like thinking about we're like in the car, we're like talking, and my sister is some fucking like she's like this theater nerd dork, and it's fucking hysterical. Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, fantasy stuff. She's a nerd, and it's hysterical. So she's like talking about this like her like senior play that she was in. I don't remember what character she was. I think it was I want to say it was like I want to talk mad shit and be like she it was like not even a main, like it wasn't even like a side role, but I think it was. I don't know if it was pivotal. I don't know if there were that many I don't know if there were that many scenes. Maybe it was pivotal in the sense of like carrying the story along, but I don't know how I don't know how involved, and if she was, yeah, that still is even better. Like it makes it even better. So let's just assume she was like the lead role. So my sister is like lead role in this senior senior play, and she's talking about like, and my sister was super sick when she was in high school. It's kind of I feel like it's kind of affected and defined her life. Um, and not knowing like what this sickness was, she was like passing out randomly, like in school. Um, and they were like, "What the fuck is going on?" And couldn't figure it out for like the longest time. But she was like in the hospital, basically like on death's door, and they like a fucking episode of House. They figured out what the what the sickness was. It was TTP, thrombosis pura or something like that. You nailed it, crushed it. You get it. Some fucking crazy thing, but it's basically like your white blood cells. I think like attack your something or other, like your white blood cells attack your platelets, or your platelets attack your white blood cells. You get sick easily. Like I don't know, it's fucking crazy. But basically, you got to go through like a plasma dialysis. So like take your plasma out, like, and then put new plasma in or something like that. But They finally figured it out, but not before like she had to spend like 6 months to, I don't know, maybe like 6 months to maybe 4 to 6 months like straight in the hospital, like in a hospital bed, something like that. And so it just that's absolutely traumatic for a child, like anyone. That's insane. And so like she was very sick. She like, don't know if you're gonna live or die, I would assume. Like everyone's like, we don't know what's wrong with you, so maybe. But so um but anyway, for her senior play, it's this play called Marvin's Room, and it's about this guy that's like basically, on a hospice care, like in this room, and he's like contemplating life or some shit. So my sister is like like this, like a fucking like she's going through this. She's like, man, Hawk is like Mr. I think it was like Mr. Hawkinson, something like that. And they called him Hawk. Hawk was so good about, you know, I felt like I really was really good at that role. Fuck, what did she say? I think I wrote it down. I don't know how well. Fuck. But she's like she's like, I think he knew I was meant for that role. Like something like that. And just like when because we read it earlier, like back in like maybe freshman year, and I just, I really connected with that role, I think. And it's just this like this like stupid bullshit that you hear from like the star QB that gets drunk at his friend's house watching the football games. Back in my day, we fucking crushed it 10-0. We went to the state champions, and they just knew if they put the ball in my hands, I'd come away with the win. she's she's like, I think he just really understood that I was meant for that role, and I think that's why he picked it. What? Like he picked you for that role? No, like I think that he picked the play for me. He defeat this teacher in a 400 person in a class high school singled singled you out and was like, I'm doing this play for Sarah. Dude, what? Just the bravado and the amount of the amount of height that you think of yourself standing at is you're an NBA player. you're you're Wembenyama. You're standing throwing down dunks. That's how fucking great you think you were at this. Which is why if she was like a key role of this, it would be great. Like that would be awesome. Let's get but even still, like that would mean, so you were kind of typecasted for the role. Like you're not actually like a good actress. You just you just wholly understood what it meant, or what it felt like to be maybe almost dead. It's like, Jesus Christ, the shit. It's like football players are the worst. People in the red states are the worst. It's like, dude, you're the same. You're the fucking same. Spin the mirror. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Take a good fucking look. You're the same people. We are all the same people. Figure it out. That's what every one of these is just going to come back to, is just, we're all the fucking same. We suck. You're not any better. No one is. Not me, not you, not anyone. We blow. We suck major dick. No one should have. We eat a ton of pussy, however you want to say it. Hashtag equality. Hashtag sexism is bad. Like, Yeah, sucking a dick, getting your head shoved into a shoved into a pussy as you're eating it, just mashed up in there, getting your head squeezed, popped like a fucking zit. uh, no one should have kids. No one should have kids. No one should have kids until I say so. Everyone's on a zero child China had the one child policy. I'm having the zero child policy. And if you do get pregnant without consent, there you don't there's you don't get to carry it to term. It's not an abortion. Or there is an abortion, but it's not like an easy one with the pills. Someone you just have to sock yourself in the gut so many times that the fucking thing falls out. All right, that was a little far. That was a little far. You have to throw yourself down a set of staircases. You have to you have to go through. There it is. Here it is. Here it is. See, we got to go through the bad to get to the good. It's darkest always before the dawn. You got to go through the wipeout course. that's the that's and honestly, and if a natural abortion doesn't occur, if a natural miscarriage doesn't occur, all right, all right, all right, all right. That was once you say it out loud, it's not as funny. But that kid gets to come. That kid gets to live. He came, went through hell and back. So that's a strong one. That's a strong one. He's proved himself. It's like the Spartans. Jesus Christ. All right. I don't. All right. We're good. We are good. Let's keep it moving. That was one topic. What is. Oh, Sarah. Jesus Christ. That was fucking hysterical. And another topic of people just being completely out of it, out of body experiences. Just I for some reason I not for some reason, but I think it's because I follow like Ohio State football Reddit, like a subreddit. But every once in a while, a Columbus subreddit. Oh yeah, because I think that Reddit popped up because it's like an Ohio State one that I follow, so it's similar. And there were like Nazis or whatever marching around in Columbus. And I think I commented something on that, just like, you know, just ignore them. Stop making it a big deal. Just let them be fucking weird. Teach your kids that that's a weird thought. That's give them some sort of awareness, but you can't because you don't have it yourself. That's why you're freaking out online instead of talking to your kids about it. Making it a teachable moment. But whatever. that's a different. That's how we got. That's how we got on the natural misc. Oh my god, I can't even say it. Jesus Christ. That's how we got onto that topic. So stop making me talk about it. Stop having kids by your own accord. So shit, where was I? Fuck. Thread. Oh, this is pretty good. This is one of the. This is like the first time. What? How many minutes? We got to be like 40 minutes into this or something like that. But um, the Ohio subreddit. So Columbus pops up. So the first so after this like the Nazi thing, it's been like weeks now where that hasn't Columbus hasn't popped up. The first time it pops up again, the post is just fire Ryan Day after the game, after the game, just fire Ryan Day. that's like all it says. It's just instant knee jerk reaction, and I fucking love it. I that was probably the worst loss of all of them because of how just because of how good Ohio State I want to say is, but should be, because they're not. Like, like I don't want them to win a national championship this year. I swear to God, I've listened to like podcasts and stuff about this, and they're like, I think there's some fans out there that are like, almost like this. If they win a national championship and lose this game, the season is a loss. I'm that fan. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I'm a piece of shit. I like football and I hate Michigan. I can't explain it. They're so snotty. They're such snotty fans. They're so high class, and they are. That's the worst part. Is that they are. They are. They're they're like this. They're like the snobby. Well, we're Michigan men. We're better than everyone else. It's like, yeah, you are. So stop rubbing it in, you pricks. Like, fine. What? You're smart. You're handsome. You're good at football. Fuck you. I'm dumb. Let us have this. But don't actually let us, because we want to take it from you. We want to take the win. So fucking Ryan Day and Chip Kelly try running up the goddamn middle. Apparently Michigan's like one of the best in the nation at defending that. Like, how are we not throwing to all of the weapons? I don't even know what his stats were. I don't even know how many pass attempts but he had, but I think if I looked it up it would be in the teens. I'm going to try and talk and then also find it, but I don't think I'll be able to. But it's like if Ohio State wins, I don't think they will. I do not think after that game. And guess what? They've lost it in years past to Michigan, and guess what? They haven't won the championship. I don't think Ohio State, if Ohio State can't beat Michigan, they can't win the championship. If I could find the bet of Ohio State against the field for the national championship, that would probably be like betting against Ohio State to win the championship. Like, I don't think they would win the championship. That would have to be like minus thousands odd. I don't care what the number is. I would take it. They cannot win a national championship. You cannot play like that. You cannot make decisions like that, like Ryan Day and Chip Kelly made, to run and run and run against, to try and beat Michigan at their own game. That is what a fucking moron, a stubborn fucking idiot does. Like, that is not your strength, and that is what an insecure little bitch does. I'm not good at this. Like, this isn't where my game. I don't know myself enough to know that this isn't going to work. Like, it's not going to work. You should know it's not going to work. Know what you're good at, and then do that. You set your team up like you have a busted O-line and you're trying to run it. You have weapons on the outside and you're trying to run it. I don't know shit about football. I don't know anything about football. I probably shouldn't be this upset. But I've grown up a fan, and this is like the one aspect that I'm like, I actually kind of like. I think being on the East Coast, there's not much going on out there. So we find value and purpose in this shit. I don't care. I'm out west. I don't care. I go snowboarding. I'm a snowboarder. I go see my homies on the mountain, bruh. I'm a surfer, bruh. I'm a shredder. I'm a fucking mountain biker shredder, dude. I don't care about this. I fucking care. I can't help it. Every time the Bills, guess what? I'm fucking buying back in this year. God damn it. I'm doing it again. Every time I'm out, they pull me back in. Fucking. They can't. They can't. They're not. There is no shot they fire Ryan Day. He has to play out the season. They're not winning a national championship. I don't know how they're going to lose. I don't know how it will transpire. Maybe they get to a national championship. Like maybe they get to the game, but they don't win it. They do not win it. And the sad part is that I think if Ryan Day, if Ohio State gets to a national championship and they don't win, depending on how much they don't win by, like if they play it close against Georgia like they did in that semifinal with Justin Fields. Was that Justin Fields or no, with the Houston QB. I can't think of his name. Fuck. It's gonna bug me. But it was like 40-43 or something, and the kicker missed it. The Ohio State kicker missed it. But like that doesn't even whatever. Like if they even if they play him like if they play the national championship game that close, I think there's a chance Ryan Day doesn't leave. Like I don't fucking want that, dude. You like because I don't know. I don't know. If they win, I don't know. Maybe I'll change my whole tune. You know what? Yes, I hope they win. I hope they win, and then I get to feel. I get to rub my own face in it. No, actually, just kidding. I don't know what I'm talking about. A national championship is a national championship. I think. I mean, Ohio State plays for national championships. That's what they do. But it feels like the past several years it hasn't gone that way. So, like, are we playing for national championship? There's always going to be a Michigan and Ohio State game. Like, the game is always going to be there. Like, we have to win that. Like, I think that's the thing. It's like, play to win your conference. Because if you can't win your conference, then you're not going to win the Super Bowl. Like, and this is like, not just your conference, but just play to beat Michigan. That is fucking Big Blue. That's Big Ten fucking man football. Ohio State and Michigan. The power. Penn State, okay. I mean, sure. We'll throw you in there. That's fair. Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan. Who else? Anyone else? I guess Nebraska, not really. Let's go, like, we're getting sidetracked. I'm getting sidetracked. There's a lot of, how do I want to say this? There's a lot of history in the Big Ten. That's how I want to say that. But if you had to single one team out within, I mean, using the past, but then maybe like 30% weighted on the past, but 70% weighted on the past decade, like Michigan, pick Michigan. Penn State, I don't think has won a national championship in the last 10 years. Michigan has. Ohio State has. Have they? How old was that? Yeah, I think so. 2014, probably sometime around there. I think they beat Oregon. But, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, pick one team, beat that team, play to beat that team in your conference. I think you had the team. And look, maybe the O-line, they couldn't pass. They couldn't get those routes developed. But then it's like, just get shorter routes. Get the ball out quick. You have, like, I don't know. You spent $20 million on your team. Oregon spends, what, $20-30 million on their team? But their team is fucking good. I don't know. Have them play Michigan. I bet they fucking rout them. Whatever. Positive vibes only. Oh, man. This has just been one massive bitch sesh. was a story about my sister that's pretty fucking funny. That's a good one. Oh, I have to call myself out. All that shit that I was talking about, like those surf comps of just being like, that's. I mean, actually, no. I never said that I wouldn't participate, but I did say it was weird. I stand by that. My family in the South, obviously, super religious. So hold hands before Thanksgiving, say a prayer. But it is a little bit nicer because they're kind of like, look, this is the way we cope with life. This is what we need. That's pretty nice. Like my uncle was like, yeah, like I go to church, but it's more she likes it. She wants to be a part of it. It's good for her. She likes that. I just kind of use it. It's just a meditation session. It's just an hour long meditation for me. Maybe a little bit longer if we're there. And I'm like, fuck, dude, that's awesome. You like this is it's we're all just trying to get through the fucking day. And this is another coping mechanism. So, yeah, I'm fucking here for that. Maybe that's why I was a little bit more okay with it because it was very much like a dude, this is just what we do. If that's what it was, like I'd be cool with it. Which I think that is like kind of what it is. Like this is our, but like it's I think it's when they dress up and stuff. Like that's dude. It's 2024, almost 2025. Take the fucking like thong off, the fucking loincloth. Just put some goddamn pants on, board shorts. Stop being weird. You don't have to dress up like that. I want to keep it alive. Don't keep the weird parts alive. That's why the world has changed. That's weird. If I was like, I want to keep the little boy fucking alive from Greek, from our Greek ancestors that really gave the world the Pythagorean theorem. It's like, dude, let's keep the calculus. Let's leave the little boy fucking in the past. Let's pick and choose our battles here. I don't want to almost see your fucking junk. Put some pants on. Stop being fucking weird. Someone tell these people that they're being weird. That's what it is. I didn't mind it down south because it was like, yeah, we know, but it's our thing. So that's what. Is anyone telling this guy, like, dude, why aren't you dressed regular? Why are you being weird? You can't see this? No one is pointing this. And that's the thing. There's so many weird people, like, yeah, they just don't see it. Oh, fuck. I didn't realize. I just love my past. It's just, my past is all I have in my life that makes me happy. And I've never thought about anything else that could possibly make me happy with the rest of my life. So, yeah, I guess I just never looked at it that way. It's like, dude, the amount of like conversations that I had back there, back on the East Coast of like, yeah, I'm like half Irish. Yeah, I'm actually like half Lebanese. I'm half this. I'm part this. My ancestors that this that the other thing. We're from here, so yeah, we have traditional this. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you? You're a bartender going nowhere in life. What the fuck are you telling? Why would you? Your ancestors are screaming above you. Please stop telling people that. Don't tell them we're with you. It's like, what are we doing? So fucking weird. It's your ancestors shouting down like, stop telling them your last name is we're not associated with you. We didn't approve of this message. uh Unfucking believable. It is. It's fucking weird. I don't know, dude. Everyone's got like my sister included, and it's not just the bartender was a mean. That was a mean. There's plenty of people that can make a living being passionate about what they do. Being a bartender, being in the service industry, I shouldn't knock those jobs. It's just that I don't know. I think like it's I yeah, now I feel bad. Now I feel bad that I knocked that position because it should be I don't know. I the people that are there are I think people that are just like, yeah, I'm going to do this instead of go to therapy. That's what it is. So it's like, at that point, is this for me or is it for you? And if it's for you, then stop complaining about the pay because you could find something else. So it's like me with this van. It's like if I nonstop talked about this van and then continued to live in it and not and didn't try to get the fuck out of this thing, it'd be like, well, then it's not that bad, dude. And I mean, for 2 years, I've been like, maybe this will get better. Like I've been just so like caught up in life and trying to like have fun outside of this of work that I've just been lazy with trying to deal with this. And my come to Jesus moment was this thing catching on fucking fire. So, you know, it's just like I can't fucking deal with this anymore. We got to make a change. It's like I guess that's the thing. I got to look at it from a perspective. Like maybe this is, bartenders are the ones that I've met are like, yeah, I'm not going to do this forever, but for right now, it's okay. Wish it was a little bit more, but I don't know. That's not the vibe that I got from them. It was more of just like I've been doing this for a while. I don't know. I love this. This is what I want to do. Why doesn't it pay more? Well, because so many people can fucking do it, dude. Like, you're not some fucking theologian up there that's like, I don't even know if that's the right word. I'm trying to use fucking big words. I sound like a dumbass. What am I trying to say? Like, you're not some fucking what's the not therapist? You're not a prophet. You're like, yeah, you're like philosophizing behind the. You're not some philosopher behind the bar like fixing everyone's problem. You're just some fucking alcoholic that got a job doing what they like to do, drink. It's like all we did down there was like go to bars, and I like that's where your friends are. Like cool. Like if they were out here, all we would do is be outside. So it's the same fucking thing. It's just a different passion. That's why like I'm not under the impression that this isn't these what I like to do isn't just some it's just an addiction. They are just addictions. The amount that I am willing to give up, the shit that I give up that I am willing to give up to snowboard and surf and bike is insane. Definitely stems from not being able to do that as a kid, not having the awareness to try to figure out a way as a child to do those things and try those things and communicate with the words that I didn't know to my parents that I really wanted to do those things. Fucking ridiculous. Now I'm just complaining again. Oh man. Staring at the waves got me really introspective, man. Really watching some peelers go down, brah. Fucking ridiculous. Um, how long have I been going? A little over an hour. I guess I'll pause it there. We went to so many bars. There's one fucking preacher lady, the celebrant. She gave me a license or a fucking what's it called? A card, like a like a card. She's drinking like straight vodka. Like, can I get another one just before I go, quick? Like, gets the check, buys another one, pays in cash. Like, just an absolute alcoholic. This is like Sunday at like 11 noon. No, not 11. It was like 1 probably. Yeah, I think maybe like 2 p.m. So I'm there too. So so she's like at first it got to like a deep kind of conversation. It actually was kind of fun. She said some like funny shit that was like very much like, oh no, that's me to a T. Which and I was all for it. It was fucking great. It was probably like, dude, I don't know, maybe anywhere from like 30 minutes to an hour conversation, just bullshitting. Probably closer to 30 minutes. Probably wasn't that long, but it got deep. It was funny. It was like, it was. it was a good conversation. Like, ah, fuck yeah, that is pretty good. Like, we're kind of like laughing, joking. But then it gets into this. She keeps drinking. Her name's Mary, and she keeps drinking, and it just gets everything just goes so deep, and she really starts to get into the preacher voice. And it was like, you will call me tonight, and we will settle your life. We will build from the ashes, and we will burn it all down, and we will build from the ashes, and we will build a new life where you are happy with yourself. And in this southern accent, it was so fucking funny. We're just the bartender and I are just looking at each other like, what the fuck? Because my sister has no like backbone in the sense of like just, and when I say backbone, I mean autism in the sense of like pulling the chute on a conversation. I will just no eye contact very clearly. I don't want to talk to you, and if I need to say something, I will. I will say, all right, I'm good. Thanks for the conversation. I'm good now. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna continue to sit here, but we're not talking anymore because it's getting weird. So so she's like and I'm sitting, so it's like my sister on my left, Mary on my right, Mary the preacher on my right, the celebrant on my right, and then so Sarah and the fucking celebrant are just are Sarah's like, okay, okay, all right, okay, yeah, okay, maybe, uh-huh, like, okay, maybe, and this lady's fucking going off, and me and the barkeep are just eye contact, like just staring at each other, like, dude, what the fuck? This is, are you hearing this? Are you catching this? So, too too fucking good. I just the people. I'm honestly coming back. Like the tone in which I said that, like all we did down there was drink. It was like, dude, there were some pretty fucking funny interactions at the bar. It was pretty fucking funny. Uh, some absolute fucking characters. You do find just wild characters at the bar. So you know, it is what it is. I feel like if I almost almost ran into buying drugs down there. It literally just popped out of nowhere. Someone just scurries in with an 8 ball, and I'm like, I gotta fucking go. I gotta be out. I can't be around this. I can't do that again. I can't do that anymore. Again, like I did it once. Too fucking funny. It's bad news bears for me. I can't not get drunk. Sarah, I actually will give her props. She will get like a beer and like drink it over the course of like 2 hours. So like she'll go to the bar like for trivia night and come back and not be like you can't even tell that she was drinking. Like not drunk, probably has like one beer. I can't do it, dude. They just go down so easy. I'm an alcoholic. No, I'm not. I can drink. I'm not in practice, so I start drinking them too fast, and all of a sudden I get Doug the dog from Up energy, where I'm just like bouncing around. It's like fucking crack for me. I just get amped up. I don't know why. I crash very hard. I'm like, it gets to a certain point in the night, and I'm like, and I'm out. Big time Irish goodbye guy. But until that point, I'm like dancing around, hopping around. It looks like I'm on coke. It looks like I'm just jacked out of my mind. I smoked some meth or something. But I don't know. I just I just get amped. I think it's the energy around drinking. Everyone's talking. It's a buzz. You're meeting new people. Something's going on over here, over there. Bar games, all the good stuff. Like music's being played. Like it's a fun time, dude. Basically, any bar after like 7 p. After the sun goes down on a Friday or Saturday or any day that isn't doesn't have like work like a work the next day. Yeah, Friday or Saturday. It's it's fucking go time. So I didn't hate it. It was a fun time. I don't know. I could get into it. I definitely met more trauma dumpers out there taking dumps of their trauma on the rest of society. There's a professor down at South Carolina, go Cox, that that was like grading papers like at the bar, and she just it was this dude. She had like the widest, most like genuine eyes, and she just looked terrified of the world. Like, and we just you just start talking and like, yeah, I don't know, man. I sometimes like your thoughts get dark. I forget exactly what we're talking about, but she was like, yeah, sometimes I worry about myself, just like shit like that. And it's just like, yes, yes, this is exactly what I am. More people like this, but by the same token, it was like everyone. I felt so at home over there. It makes sense why I'm kind of like why Aiden was immediately like, yeah, that's trauma dumping. That's what that is. It's not. It's not actually a good thing. That's fucking weird. Like, oh, okay. Well, sorry, you're a well-adjusted human being, Aiden. No shot you make it all the way to this, but if you do, fuck you, dude. Take your fucking club ass foot home. You freak. You think you're better than me? And now I'm just speaking to one person specifically who's never going to get to this point in the therapy session that he shouldn't be listening to anyways. All right, now it's just it's gone off the rails. It's gone off the rails. I'm out. Bye.